excited because I'm going to do something that I haven't done in this class before, and I'm going to go meatless. So Shaniqua Cousins, cookbook author, certified health and life coach. This meal here is veggie based because we are going to be using some cream and we're going to be using some Parmesan. So with that said, we will be doing a Parmesan garlic pasta with spinach, mushrooms, and onions. Okay. So we're going to start out by sauteing and off some onions. It's going to be followed by some mushrooms. And then when you thought it couldn't get any better, we're going to saute all of this spinach. Ooh. It looks like a lot of spinach when I take this off, but it's going to reduce down. And then we're going to add in a little spice to make everything nice. Okay. So we're going to do some red pepper flakes as well as some Italian herbs. So this is just a combination of rosemary, thyme, marjoram, I think that's pretty good. Oregano in here, right? No sage in there. No, there's no sage in there. And then fresh garlic. We're going to use some fresh garlic. And it's all going to come together pretty what I want to do is get the water going, and then once it comes up to a boil, we'll start by putting some salt in it. You want to wait until your water boils to put salt in the water, because if you're going to spend money on some good pink salt like we do in this class, we don't want that just evaporating in the air. Got a little onion here. I did some of the dicing at home to make this go by pretty quickly. It looks like a lot of onion, but it's going to add so much flavor. That pan is going. You can just put these onions in the pan. Get some nice surface space going, and then just let them sit in there and just caramelize. Yep. The mushrooms definitely will give us a little bit of texture. You know what we're going to need to do, Paula? Give that some salt and some pepper. So I'll start with the pepper. We crack our pepper in this class because it's so great for you. The other stuff that's in the jar, that's in the can, it's like, think about oxidation anytime you're cooking. Yeah. If something has to sit on a shelf for a very long time, you probably shouldn't be consuming it regularly, right? So the more things that we can control oxidation, the better it is for our bodies. So we crack our pepper in this class, and then we're going to let that hang out. So while that's hanging out, it's going to start to caramelize. I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil to the pan thing. So now our onions are starting to get some color on them. Yep, that's what we're looking for, nice color on the onions. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and add the garlic in with these onions too. To kind of like build that flavor profile. I'm also going to take some of the Italian seasoning and coat the onions with it. So everything will have a nice taste. And we're going to take the onions out. We're going to put the onions inside this bowl. Okay. And then we're going to get the mushrooms in. Okay. This. And just start loading up your onions. Onions they're nice and translucent, and then we have some nice color. Now we're going to deepen. If you want to get a nice deep flavor on a mushroom, you put it in that pan and you just let it go. You don't bother it. And then the mushrooms are going to take on some of the flavor from with the onion left over. So we're building flavor. I love one pot meals because you keep building the flavor profile. Just keep them right. You can show it to them real quick. Mushrooms are in. I'm going to season it up because we want flavor at every level. So we want to do a little bit more. Look at the surface of what you're eating. You're going to eat the front and the back, number one. So we season the front and the back of the food. And then look at what you're doing and just kind of eyeball it to make sure that every piece has a little bit of the love. Right. That's where the love comes in. I'm also going to just help the mushrooms along. We did the caramelized onion, but this is a little bit more concentrated onion flavor, so a little bit of onion powder on top of our mushrooms. And then Paula, I think you can go ahead and add in the salt to our water, because I think that would be a great time. And another reason why I added the garlic to the onion, I use the onions as a bumper so that my garlic doesn't burn.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do the same thing with the mushrooms. I'll add this mix of garlic to that level of mushroom. So I'm letting the mushroom serve as a buffer.
Okay.
Then we're gonna take the mushrooms out, and then we're gonna let the spinach have a party in that pan. We're gonna take the spinach out, and then we're gonna let the cream sauce start to develop. And then when we got the party over, we're gonna put everyone back in the pan, and then get the party started, because everything will be together. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to the mushrooms, and then everyone that knows me knows that I love to add flaxseed to just about everything. All right, so look, our mushrooms are at the party too. They're at that level of being ready to come out. Bola, do you want to help us with this?
Yeah.
They smell really good. We're going to go ahead and throw in all of this beautiful spinach. So now we're going to let that wilt down, and what we're going to do to help the process and bring down some of that temperature, you're going to take and add some of this vegetable oil. Vegetable stock right here.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's just organic vegetable stock. Just pour some in there, drizzle that in.
Now the organic vegetable
There we
stock
go.
got all the
And then, yes, it is.
Ooh, yeah.
And then we just let that sit. So, what we've done so far, we have our mushrooms, we have our onions. We're going to get the pasta in the water. It's nice and bubbling over here. We're going to let the pasta cook. Cheese. We know in this class we cook with mostly aged white cheese. We're using Parmesan cheese today. We shred our own cheese because in order for, when you shred cheese, you know how it clumps together? That's supposed to happen. That's what's supposed to happen. The stuff that's in the bag, in order to prevent the clumping that we don't like, and we're like, oh, this is gross, there is additives in there that prevents it from clumping. Right. So to reduce the clumping, you buy your own cheese and you shred it yourself. So you're going to get us some cheese going. We need to have some cheese grated. If you could get us the pasta in the water, that would be great. So here's our spinach, everybody. Look at that. Look at that. We started out with a lot.
And nice and green.
Nice and green, yes. Right?
But I have a big-
Everything is going back in, right? So we're giving everything a nice little
None of them are-
love, and then we're taking them out. This is heavy cream. Yep. Anytime I'm making a cream sauce, I add a little pinch of nutmeg. Yep. And then we're gonna do some pepper.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add some flax to this right now.
Okay.
I'll add a little flax.
Flaxseed?
Yep.
Okay.
Now we're gonna cook the pasta till al dente because it'll finish, it'll do the carryover cooking in the sauce.
All right.
Now Cheryl, you could pour, I'll stir. So you stir as you pour.
Yep. You don't want it to clump up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add in some pepper flakes and then our Italian seasoning.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring the temperature down some because I don't want this to burn.
Right.
Now I taste it and I'm gonna add in a little bit of salt
Okay.
because I feel like it doesn't have
Christmas
enough.
time, just
Okay.
seems a little.
Okay, so you're taking that off the heat.
Just took
I'm
off.
taking it off the heat for a second, right? Because I just want you all to see it, just so you don't have to look at my bag.
Oh, yeah. I can stop right here.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Yes.
I love stuffed. Oh, stuffed was amazing.
I'm gonna do spinach.
I got
I'm leaving the juice off only because I don't want it to change the color. So I'm gonna like just leave the juices in here.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do our onions. Yes, those actually are regular yards.
Oh, that's the difference. That's why they taste good.
Yeah. You see all of that?
Yeah, I do.
I'm gonna give this another season. I'm gonna get everything a season. I'm gonna give it another bit of the red pepper.
Okay.
Only because I already tried it and I know it's not too hot.
Okay.
Pepper.
Definitely want to have my garden mixture now that we have it.
Now, we just make it happen.
Okay. Right. Yes.
Oh, Now you see how it's a little thick?
Yes.
I want to thin it out, right? I just want to thin it out just a little.
Okay.
So I'm going to use the pasta water to thin it out.
Okay.
So now we're going to just let this come together.
And
We're
simmer.
going to let it just come together a little bit. And then we'll be ready to eat it. If you want it, you could have easily added in some shrimp. Shrimp would be great here.
Yes.
You could do some grilled salmon here. You could do other flaky fish. You could do the chicken breast. Any of that would be good here.
Yeah.
So this is just a budget-friendly option for someone if you or you want to go meatless. Or I can get out of your way so you can take.
I'm gonna go get that thing I got you in the car.
Okay, and bring it over here for dramatic effect.
Hold on, let's go. Hold on.
The drama.
That's not even one of my.
That's not too shabby.
No.
Oh my. The drama.
Oh, no.